how do you plan to, like it has been you said, like how do you plan to set up very strongly in the India market these days?
Okay, so this on basis of radio design you are saying?
Yeah, on basis of radio
okay,
design I'm
okay.
speaking, yeah.
So currently you say we have been operating in this market from last 6 years. Okay, and the key has been how the telecom domain and the sharing is going to move. So if I talk about till 2008, the sharing in India used to mean that operators come on same tower. So that started from 2008. Now from 2008 till now, I would say till 2012 and 13, everybody was thinking, okay, telecom networks can be shared, but that can be shared by coming on a same tower. There was no talk of sharing on antenna and feeder cables. And this is what can be done by radio design. And that's the potential that we see in this market. So that's the thing we can say, this is what we are doing. And currently no operator has money to roll out network. All the operators in India, I would say all 10, 11 operators, they are in debts to a level of 31%. So they all are in debt. So there's no money to roll out network.
Okay.
And government is talking about 3G, government is talking about 4G. So how to roll out these networks? You can get a spectrum, but then there is a rollout cost. And that all can be overcome by these products what we are putting out.
So what are the quality measures you take while designing this kind of towers?
Okay, so no, actually we are not designing towers.
Okay, we are just setting up the towers.
No, for setting up towers in India, you have companies like Industar, who are the biggest tower company. Then there is another company, Vyom, there is another Bharti Infratel, Reliance Infratel, companies like this. So what used to happen in India before 2008, there were operators like Idea, Vodafone, Reliance and all, and what they used to do, they used to set up their own towers. So one company will set up a tower and they will radiate. But now what happened after 2008, tower companies came in. What tower companies do? They set up a tower and then on that tower they ask operators to come. So they come and put up their antenna, feeder cable, base station, and then they all radiate. So this is how the structure is. And now when we say what we will be doing is, we are taking this initiative to a next stage. Okay, on that same tower, no need to bring so many antenna and feeder cables. Just one antenna, one set of feeder cable, all can just plug in through our products. So that's one quality initiative that we are pushing from design point of view. And in this, the main thing I would say is there are many companies in the market who can combine telecom signals or the mobile signals if they are in different bands. When I say bands, they are 900, 1800, 2100, 2300. So it is easy to combine two bands like 900, 2100, 1800, 2100. Okay, but it is not easy to combine an operator, three companies in 1800 band. And this is what the 3G and 4G when we are talking about, or the unified licensing in India. So that is not possible, and this is what we are doing. And that's a quality thing. Because when you combine in same band, you lose signals. Okay, and we can overcome that loss of signal through this innovative product.
So how do you plan to benefit the life of the common people?
So from the common people point of view, we would say if you talk about states like Uttarakhand or Northeast and places like this, where there is no connectivity, they can have a connectivity. Okay, because the guys who have to invest money, the investment is minimum. So they all can have mobile networks available in those states. If you talk about highways, if you talk about rural India, that all can be connected through this with minimum investment. And there will be no pressure on the operators also. And government can achieve their targets. When government says, okay, I am having a plan of rolling out these number of towers or these number of cities, I want to cover them by telecom signals by 2 years or 3 years in a telecom policy. So that has not been done till date. Okay, so that can be set up and done because funds will not be a problem. Yes.
So when you are setting up this kind of towers, you are calling upon the different, service providers like Airtel, Vodafone, all together.
Yes.
So do you get into a code share agreement with these operators, or any kind of mutual beneficiary agreement take place, or in how do you call them and how do you ask them to?
So in this till date, if I talk about till now in India, because the concept has been very new. Okay, so operators were initially not interested because they say, okay, I have to change my antenna and things. They were putting up a lot of resistance. Now what happened, we were giving this to tower companies only because tower companies were struggling because they were not able to give the right height to the antennas. They were too overloaded, and then there were municipal problems of putting up the towers and all. So tower companies were buying this product from us, And if an operator has a request to come on that tower, okay, I want to come in that tower, and he wants the maximum height, but already somebody else is present, so they were not able to radiate, and they cannot put up their own tower also. So tower company forced them, okay, if you have to radiate on that height, you have to come by radio design product. Okay, and that way we were getting business through tower companies only. But now, when from last year, when the unified licensing has been open in India, so in that unified licensing, companies like Airtel, they have been allowed to radiate two technologies in same band, like 900 and UMTS 2100. Both can be in same band. So in these cases, operator have started working with us.
Okay.
That I have seen. Yes. So that way we can say operators are using this, and now we are getting business directly from operators, and I am more keen that we will be getting more business once this auction is over, because now 800 band will also come under unified licensing, and that is a whole business for us. Yes.
So you said that Radio Design is established. It's a bit basically a British company,
Yes.
which is in UK, China,
Yes.
and Finland,
Yes.
if I'm not, and
Yes.
India.
Yes.
So are there any plans to, or to open a new office in any of the new places or countries?
So currently we operate in 4 countries, but and we are planning to set up in US.
US.
Okay, near Mexico. So that's the plan going on, but let's say we can do it this year. But that's our plan. Yes.
Acha, you were also talking about like you are approaching the government as well.
Yes.
So if suppose the government says yes to the the proposal which you are giving, so again I'll say ki, will you get into some kind of agreement with the government also, or it's like how are you going to act on it?
On the government proposals for rolling out networks, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, currently, I would say we have not seen much from the government. We have not seen much thing directly coming to private sector from the government side. Everything is moved by DOT. Okay. So we are waiting. We have put up a lot of things, basically what we can do with government and all. But we have to see when it comes. Okay. And we are hopeful it will come after this spectrum auction. So let's see what comes. I cannot say right now. That's the thing. Yes.
So like earlier we used to see that huge towers had some kind of constraints, like they need a huge space, land. So what will be the key beneficial element of your this design?
Okay.
I'll say like what are the importance, like how it won't take much space, one thing.
Yes.
So it's such as how many
you
important beneficial aspects would be
So important beneficial, I would say, is currently when you put up a site, basically the key thing is the tower. When you put up the tower, it takes a lot of space, and then you have to do a lot of civil job.
Yes.
Okay, and now people getting more cautious about health thing and all. They say you remove your tower. Okay, because of EMF radiations and all. So removing a tower is one thing, but to remove a tower, when a landlord says, okay, you remove this tower, I don't want it, it's a tedious job. It's not easy. Reason being, you cannot move that bulky structure in one go, and it can be shifted to some other place. So to do that, companies have come out with a prefabricated kind of arrangements. Okay, you can put up a pole and which can be just assembled over there within a couple of hours. Okay, and with our solution, you don't need much of a space. Everything can be done on pole. So you overcome those kind of problems which were happening till date, that to set up the whole structure, you need the civil strength also, the floor should be the ceiling should be strong and all these things. You overcome all that, and that can be done. So that is one benefit that I would say you can do with our products. Then our products are what? They are IP68 standard. IP68 says it's an environmental friendly, and it can be placed inside or outside. So I don't have a requirement of putting up my product under an air condition only. I can put it anywhere in the open sunlight at 45 degrees also. So that's one thing. So you don't have to build up those shelters and things like this where you have to place them, that occupy space, that more investment is required. So all that can be done. So these are certain benefits of this product. What you see, ease of installation, a quick rollout of networks, and minimum OPEX and CAPEX that you have to put in. So that we say.
So like you are the you are into this MSME association also. That do you plan to combine both the things together, like get the medium sectors into radio design and benefit the medium sector, the small scale industries in India?
Yes. So on that, say how we roll out is currently we provide some services also, and the installation services as well. Okay, so when I talk about these installation services, so when we roll out our product, Definitely, I would not say we can benefit the MSME sector directly over there when rolling out product, but definitely the services business can be given to them. So they can take services from us and they can roll out those things. Further, when we manufacture these products, currently we have 2 manufacturing in UK and the third one we are putting up in India. So when we are planning to manufacture them in India, I can have few suppliers from MSME sector. The supplier, because of our bomb, total number of bomb parts are in multiple of 100 basically. So certain parts and components can be provided by these MSME companies. So that would we can say we can benefit them. Yes.
Anything else you'd like to share with us about your radio design product? How is it going to benefit our people?
Is there any quality check or some quality standardization is required
in this product?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So when I have already told you the problem what we face when we combine 2 signals, basically RF signal is a loss of 3 dB. When 2 signals are combined, there is a principal loss of 3 dB. Okay, so when we are combining those 2 signals in our product, the loss is always within less than 1 dB, which don't affect your network performance so much. So to do these things, when we design that products, there need to be a silver plating done in our products, because silver is a good conductor. Okay,
Yes.
so lot of products who combine frequencies in different band, there the plating done is of copper plating. Okay, so these are certain key areas I would say from manufacturing point of view, the right kind of machining, because we have to have an aluminum block and we machine it. So that is one thing, that whole aluminum block when you machine it, it needs precision and technology how to do it. So these are certain things from manufacturing point of view that I would say we face a challenge in India. Currently government is talking about make in India, but I tell you what we have seen in this market is there is a lack of right supply chain. There is right supply chain is not there for global companies, and make in India is not possible till the time you have the right supply chain in India. Like lot of companies who do these jobs of pressure die casting, machining and all, they all are supporting automobile sector. Okay, now the thing is this, and they all are struggling also, because there is not so much of a business and the competition is too much. The thing is this, what government can do, what I feel is, they should give us some kind, and one thing is automobile sector is not growing so fast, the suppliers. Telecom companies want to set up in India, but there is no right supply chain. Okay, automobile vendors don't want to work with telecom companies, reason being the volumes in telecom sector are less compared to automobile sector. Okay, so they cannot act as a good supplier for us, because they don't want to take that business. Government is not able to successfully roll out make in India if we don't have the right suppliers in India. So the thing is this, what I feel is government should give a kind of incentive to automobile companies that out of the total production that they do in full year, a percentage of that should be in telecom sector. Some incentives should be given to the companies in automobile to do something in telecom sector. This will serve 2 benefits. The telecom companies will get a local supply chain. The telecom sector which is dying down, they can have some business from telecom companies also. So make in India can be a successful thing, and automobile companies can also get some business. So this is what I feel that government should do. Then there is further one more thing when I talk about when we speak about make in India is, currently there is a lot of challenge importing things into India. Okay, that's a challenge from duty point of view also, and there is a one concept going on, if you have to make in India and if the make in India has to be successful, then import should be restricted. Lot of companies says import should not be there, or import, the duty should be high for global companies, so that import is restricted and they will be forced to manufacture in India for successful of make in India. But again the challenge is for the companies who want to set up manufacturing in India, there is not right supply chain is not there. So what government should do is, government should open a window for next 3-4 years. Like they should say, if a global company is operating into India, they are given a 4 years of time to set up a manufacturing in India, but for those 4 years they will have some import benefits. Import will not be creating a problem for them, because if government will create, if I have to set up a manufacturing and government is creating an import problem at this stage, because manufacturing will not set up in a day's time or a month, or it will take couple of years. So when we have to set up that manufacturer, I have to still run my business in India. and to run that business I will be importing products.
Yes.
Okay, so government has to make me successful in this market so that I keep on doing business, and then I slowly set up in India. Okay, so import should be easy. If government is going to restrict me from this,
imports,
what I will do is I will keep on doing business in India and I will set up my manufacturing in China. Because I have the right supply chain in China. I don't have the right infrastructure and right supply chain in India. So the Make in India can be successful if there is a window of 3-4 years for all companies, and then we can see the right benefits of Make in India in coming 3-4 years. But if you restrict the companies and force them to Make in India at this stage, that will be an impossible task. So the companies who are planning to set up, if I am planning to set up in India, and if you are not making me do the business at this stage, I will immediately move my manufacturing to China because of supply chain, because I cannot keep on importing things from UK or from European countries because that's not cost effective. So you give me that benefit, I will set up in India, but don't screw me out also. So these are certain things that I see from government point of view that should be done. So no doubt India is a good market. Everybody wants to come in India, that is one thing. A lot of potential is in India and whole business is lying in India. And the reason for it is we are not developed till date. If we were developed, then there would have been no business.
So like still also you are importing something from UK?
Yes, we import. So currently what we supply in the Indian market, 70% of that we are importing from UK.
Achha?
Yes. Because I have last year only we have started manufacturing in India.
You have already started?
Yes.
Or you are going to set up a manufacturing?
We are going to set up a proper manufacturing in Manesar. But currently in this building itself, we have a we have a small production line in this building also, where we are manufacturing. So that's a going on thing. But the other manufacturing is what we want to make it success, the bigger one. Okay, so if that is successful, then only we'll be successful in this market. Because we cannot compete the costing of this market by importing products from European countries or American countries and all like this. So that's the thing.
So are you really targeting India?
Yes, India is the biggest market for us at this stage.
I think every company and every country are looking on a positive manner.
Exactly. We feel in 5 years.
Presently, India is the hottest country.
Exactly.
India
and no, my personal feeling is the global business that Radio Design do. I would say in next 5 years, whatever we are doing globally, more than that I will be doing in India itself. So it is such a big opportunity. And those companies who are not in India, they are missing the boat, I would say. It's a challenging country to set up. We invest, when I look at certain stats and all, around 16 to 17% of our profit goes into setting up in India. But if you talk about a lot of Asian countries and all, the setup cost is just 10% or within 10% of their profit. Yes, 5%, 6%, 10%. But setting up in India, you eat up around 16% of your profit setting up in India.
Achha, just one last question. Are you also looking forward to some other country for some association for this particular initiative?
You see, I would not say we will. When you say countries, definitely we are there in some
UK.
8 or 10 countries through our agents also.
Okay.
But we have offices in 4 countries. But through our distributors or agent, we are present in.
No. My question is: are you open to offer this product or some type of association with the other countries also?
Yes.
In case if you get some good response.
Yes, we are open.
Okay.
Yes, I have talked to a couple of embassies that if we can be put across their telecom ministries and all, and like countries like Myanmar, where there is
Southeast Asian
yes,
countries,
there is no proper telecom network is over there. So if we can tell them at this stage how you can roll out telecom network effectively, I think that will be a boon for these countries, these small Asian countries. Yes, Nepal, Myanmar and all. That can be good. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes.